Hey everyone, and welcome to my video where I will be showing you my set and style of my new quarantine haircut, which I did last night with the aid of my partner. I'll be showing you my first hair set with it and my first style and brush out, so keep on watching if you're interested to see. So this is something my partner helped me cut last night, you know, a little quarantine haircut. I just was kind of getting sick of the length and it being so straight and bobby, so I've given it almost like a midi shape but with no layers, so hopefully, you know, it'll make my sets look a bit nicer, and it'll also help with growing out my fringe because it's not too, you know, stark a difference. We're still in lockdown where I am, and I also have no idea where to go for a hairdresser that does my kind of hair. I know that might seem silly, but I don't know, I'm just in a suburb, it's a new country, it's kind of hard finding hairdressers and a lot of them seem to be quite specialty, so just thought I'd do it myself. I only cut it last night, so this is my first time styling it. It's early-ish on a hot day, so I'm hoping I can curl it and it'll be dried and then I can record the brush out in the afternoon, because I'm so excited. I can't wait to see how it turns out. You know, I wanted to set it last night after I cut it, but I did want to kind of show the process and show my cut as well, and I also wanted to take a few photos just to see what it looked like in the daylight. So I'll pretty much be doing the setting pattern I did last time, except I won't be separating out my fringe, so it'll be standing rolls going down the head and then alternating front and back the rest of the way, flat pin curls. So I've just dampened this section of my hair and I'm gonna separate it out. Sort of like that sort of size. I do have some hair dye and sectioning clips on the way, so I'm looking forward to having more things to play with and use for my hair. I don't have a spray bottle, however, as they were out of stock on the website I ended up buying everything from, which is frustrating, but we make it work. So these ones might be a bit tricky just because my hair length is sort of different because I have longer pieces in my fringe. I've just zoomed you out so you can see a little bit better. So wrapping those ends in and then just trying to tuck these sort of straggly fringe bits in. Keep it nice and smooth. This is proving to be a lot trickier than I thought, just keeping all the ends in. I'm just taking, you know, smallish sections, probably about an inch by an inch and a half. I don't know if that's small. I consider that small. I see a lot of people who roll quite big sections just because they have thinner hair than I do. I always find these top rolls tricky to get small enough. I am constantly making them too big, so it like genuinely ruins my set, just these top two ones. So hopefully by doing that back one finger, it still looks pretty big, but we should be alright. Great, so here we are. I've finished my set. It's looking awfully brown these days. You know, my regrowth, it's been months and months and months since I had it dyed, but hopefully this dye I've ordered will help make it a little more, you know, if the green's more vibrant, the brown won't look as bad. So if you haven't watched my 1940s inspired fluff curl videos, particularly part 1, the setting pattern, I really recommend you watch this. I'm not really going to talk through what I did today because it was pretty much the same as I did last time. Just standing pin curls on top and then flat pin curls in alternating directions the rest of the way down, and I've sort of gone from larger to smaller curls, from wrapping around 2 fingers to 1. Just a quick touch of some hairspray just to help set it down, and hopefully it won't be too long to dry. I should be back soon for the brush out and style. And we're back. So my hair is nice and dry now. It's been about 4 hours and I am ready to take out these pin curls and see how it looks. So here we are, all the pin curls out. I'm just going to run my hands through, start finger brushing it. It's looking pretty crazy, but I'm kind of excited for this shape. Like, it's just got a halo. So now I've got my trusty paddle brush. I am going to start. I almost feel it looks a bit Marilyn-y just because we've got my fringe, which is sort of a bigger, looser wave, and I've been watching a bunch of her movies recently. You know, I haven't watched any sort of old movies for a while and I was just really feeling like something, and I watched Gentlemen Prefer Blondes for the first time ever. That movie is amazing. And then I watched The 7-Year Itch and that was hilarious. Honestly, was she not just a star? I don't really know if I want to go for a brushed back behind the ear look today. It's actually not one of my favourites. I don't know if it's because I don't like my ears, but I just sort of prefer my hair to be covering them. I mean, we're kind of done. I don't know what to do. I've sort of brushed it out for a few minutes and it's how I want it to be. I've got a bit of a gap here where my rolls were, so I guess I could just tease that a little to fill it out. I'm not big on teasing, but you know, if it calls for it. I thought they would take a lot more time. I guess I can just sort of finesse the curls. I sort of want more shaped ones. I've recently been putting argan oil in my hair, which was a tip from Miss Flossy Pots, just to help with my you know, the dryness, especially with the bleaching, and it's been great. It's honestly been life-saving. Like, I can really get nice smooth curls again. I feel like maybe I've been fiddling with it too much now. Time for some hairspray now. Just smoothing it down with the back of my comb. I'm so glad I finally got one of these pintail combs so that I can do some nice shapes, tuck everything in nicely. They're also great for smoothing because sometimes if you use your hands it can be a little bit sticky and then you end up with more flyaways, which is obviously not what you were going for. I'm going to clip this little curl here while I give it a spray. Perfect, and I'll put one bobby pin in here just to secure so it stays, you know, nice and cute and wrapped. This is looking a little too fuzzy, so I'm just going to brush it over again even though I've already hairsprayed it. There, they're just a little bit more defined if you sort of see what I mean there. I'm going to be leaving the back quite fluffy. I don't really want the dent, I want this to be quite a, you know, a sort of light, fun look, you know. I'm just playing around. It's my first time getting to try this haircut that I did on myself. You will have seen what it looked like at the start of the video, but pretty much I just went for a midi shape, which means shorter at the front and becoming longer at the bottom, but I left it blunt. I still softened the ends just so it doesn't look too, you know, weird and harsh. I didn't cut any layers into it, it was all just the one, and then it's mainly so that I can grow out my fringe, and I wanted more of this sort of round shape rather than the triangular one. But I love this, and we are done. Stay tuned because, you know, new haircut, I'll probably be trying out some new setting patterns, maybe showing you some more trials, seeing what's working, what isn't working for me with it. So yeah, I've been really enjoying sort of trying my new haircuts and styles on camera and styling them and setting them for the first time. You know, I think it's good to show, maybe if you're newer to the style, that you don't need to be intimidated. Like, it can seem scary and like, you know, some people are just absolutely perfect at hair and that you might not ever get there and you don't know what to do, you don't know how to go about it, but you know, like I've shown you in my previous video with my blunt cut and bangs, and now I have this sort of blunt midi shape. You can just, you know, just have fun with it. Sometimes it doesn't turn out well, and sometimes it turns out really well. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing, and let me know if there's anything else you are looking to know, maybe any hair things. I can try sort of maybe showing different setting patterns on the same haircut, or maybe updos with this sort of shape. just let me know in the comments, or like find me on Instagram, flick me a message, anything like that. See you in the next one. Bye.